Hello students, welcome to the tutorial of Advanced Data Structure and Algorithm Laboratory. In this tutorial, we are going to discuss about the implementation of spanning tree. So before getting to that, we have to know what is spanning tree. So before we know what is spanning tree, we know what is undirected graph and complete graph. So the undirected graph is nothing but a graph is nothing but a collection of nodes or vertices and edges or links. So an undirected graph is a graph in which the edge do not point any direction. They are simply connecting the two nodes or vertices, do not point any direction. Connected graph is a graph in which there is always a path from a vertex to any other vertex. So this is called as a fully connected graph. For example, so this is the example of fully connected graph. So each and every vertices we can have the path of other vertices in the graph. This is called as a connected graph. A spanning tree. So a spanning tree is nothing but a subgraph of undirected connected graph which includes all the vertices of the graph with the minimum possible number of edges. If a vertex is missed, then it is not a spanning tree. So this is the definition of spanning tree. So I will explain with the example. So this is the normal graph. If it is a spanning tree, what is the definition of spanning tree? It having all the edges at least once. So these are the normal graph. So these are the possible of a spanning tree. Okay. So we can connect from BA, DC, or we can connect from A, B, C, D, and we can connect from A, D, C, B. So these are the possible number of spanning tree. Okay. So what is minimum spanning tree? So if you are connecting all the edges and make it as a subgraph of your graph, then it should have a minimum weight. Then it is called as a minimum spanning tree. A minimum spanning tree is a spanning tree in which the sum of the weights of the edges as minimum as possible. So this is the initial graph with weight. So what are the possible of spanning tree? We know. So this is the spanning tree with the weight is equal to 11. So this is the spanning tree with weight is equal to 8. And this is the spanning tree with weight is equal to 10. And this is the spanning tree with weight equal to 7. So this is the minimum spanning tree because it having the weight sum is going to be 7, which is less compared to all other spanning tree. Then it is called as a spanning tree. Okay. So to implement the spanning tree, we can have multiple algorithms like example Prince algorithm and Kruskal algorithm. So now I'm going to be explaining you what is Kruskal algorithm and how we are going to be implementing the minimum spanning tree with the help of Kruskal algorithm. So in the Kruskal algorithm, the way it works. So sort all the edges from low to high weight. Okay, we are going to be sorting all the edges from low to high weight, and we are taking add the one edge to your graph which are having the minimum weight. So we are keep on adding those weights. If the adding weights is making a cycle, then we are going to be removing the edge. In the similar way, we are going to be making the minimum spanning tree. So this is the example of Kruskal algorithm. This is the weighted graph. So we are going to be sorting all those things based on the weight of the graph. So the minimum weight is going to be 2. So we are adding the minimum weight to your graph up to all the graphs is going to be connected, and each and every vertex have visited at least at most once. Then it is called the spanning tree. Okay, so let's get into the algorithm implementation. So this is the spanning tree implementation with the help of Kruskal algorithm. So in the graph we have two structures. One is the vertices, another one is the edge. Okay, so we are using the Kruskal algorithm for implementing minimum spanning tree. So this is the input. Okay, we are going to be creating the graph. So the first and second parameter is nothing but there is an edge between 0 and 1, and 4 is nothing but their weight. Okay, in the similar way, we are going to be creating the graph, and again we are going to be run this program. So wait for, okay, so this is run. Okay, so by implementing this graph, we are going to be making the graph which having the edges 285601, 252307 and 34, and the weight of the minimum spanning tree is going to be 37. You can have multiple spanning tree, but the minimum spanning tree is going to be only one. So that is going to be implementation of minimum spanning tree. I hope this will be helpful to you. We can see in next video. Thank you.